Back with you again. It's Trash Talk. And there might be a tip off over Brendan's shoulders as to what we're going to talk about today. But I got to tell
Look,
you, last week's show was a gas. I mean, I unloaded, and the funny thing was we ranted about the government and some of the government policies and priorities and all, and got a lot of comments. And you know what the first comment was that we got? They wanted to know where my hat was.
oh yeah, you didn't have one on.
It's the first show in like 2 years that I wasn't wearing a cap. And somebody
Wow,
said,
yeah.
"Hey, where's your cap?" And I thought I was talking about all this important stuff, and you noticed that I wasn't wearing a cap. So
Yeah, you know what's funny is I didn't even notice that. That's what's funny.
so anyway, I got the cap back on, and we made some headway last week because I think we got a lot of people thinking. And as we said, we may try to put together an open discussion with some of our listeners and viewers and everything. Send us an email, Stuart@stuartsax.com, and we'll get you on the list. And one of these days we'll put together a Zoom meeting and have our own little town meeting. And because of that, a few people even said about that show last week, "Hey, by the way, what's been going on with Brandon and his war with Facebook and Meta?" And I said, "Well, I don't think it's been settled yet."
No, it's not been settled.
And so we may have to get an update. So here we are. And you got the big Z looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, I got Mr. Clear Pepsi, aka liquid paper, behind me, and this big drone of a troll human being here. Just a garbage, awful Android creepy man. Look, yeah. Why we got to do these back to back? I needed a break. I mean, jeez.
Because that's what the public wants.
Look,
Fox News is going off the air.
Allegedly, yeah. So look, here's the thing. So, we did a show about the whole TikTok ban, and we talked about how stupid that was, and we also talked about how Zuckerberg was behind a lot of the publicity to get TikTok removed, and then nothing happened. It's been about a month now, nothing happened. So people have asked why, what's going on? Well, because right after that session where they grilled and embarrassed themselves, and they grilled the poor CEO of TikTok, they went on break again. So our Congress goes on more breaks and more vacations than anything. So nothing happened. Now, I believe they're coming back or are back. I can't keep track, mostly because I don't care. I wish they would never come back and just disappear off the face of the earth.
Change the locks.
Yeah, change the locks, kick them out, and send them packing. So nothing happened. We'll find out what happens now. Meanwhile, in Zuckerberg land, and you ever notice that he's never in public? Ever?
Used to be.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's public enemy number one. I mean, just look at that face. Don't you want to punch him?
Yeah.
I want to drop kick him in front of his wife so bad. I just want to punch him so he never does. Oh man. Anyway, right now Zuckerberg is in a massive lawsuit. Oh my God! Guess what, folks? That's right. Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call it, the dumpster fire, is in a lawsuit. And if you're on Facebook or Instagram, or if you were at one point from 2007 till May of 2022, you may have gotten an email for a class action lawsuit for, guess what? I know this is going to sound shocking, a data breach.
Yeah.
This data breach, however, was a very big data breach, very big. And not one, but there's actually 2 lawsuits. So look out for a second email or a notification on your Meta apps, because what happened is, as you know, if you're on Facebook and you follow different pages like Trash Talk and Netflix and Disney Plus, you go to Disney Plus via your profile, they have a security thing set up there. That was hacked, and well, I'll say hacked.
Right.
It's not hacked. That was leaked, and your data got taken from that as well. So there's 2 lawsuits, all stemming from this moron who doesn't know how to run a company. And you are entitled money. And I highly recommend that you take a minute and a half and fill out that information. They will Venmo it to you, direct deposit, Zelle. Look, it may be $5, it may be $18, but this lawsuit is in the millions. And if they give you any money, it's just furthering the point of why this guy should sell the company and disappear. That's one of the things that's going on right now.
Yeah. And I mean, and you know, he's like a lot of other high profile people that we know. For him to get a lawsuit, it's just another day at the office. You know, that because he's got a cadre of people that will take care of it, and it's not going to affect him personally. Let's get that
not yet. But as we continue, which is why he wants to take out the competition. But as we continue to peck away at his metaverse, eventually it'll happen when people stopped advertising and all this. Well, there's one more thing that's happened too, guys. So you know that he has taken away significant amounts of income from content creators. I got a deposit the other day for $34. So now, just to break it down, and I usually don't talk like money, but just to let you guys know what my previous month's deposit was before he hacked us at the knees. It was $539 and some change. So he basically took $500 out of my pockets.
And multiply that by the hundreds of thousands of other people that were contributing to help make him what he was or is, and then he just pulls the rug out from underneath everybody because he wants to conserve the money for himself. So what he does just goes to the people that put him where he was and says, we're just going to cut everything in half or more.
Look, it's hard to pay politicians if you don't have money. So the other thing too that happened recently that was announced. So on Facebook and Instagram, you can do events. You know, like I've gone on Facebook Live multiple times, and you can do events. Well, you can do, when you reach a certain level, you can do paid events. Now, I've had the option to do a paid event, but I never felt I was there and never felt like I could give anything that was worth it. Not at this time. A lot of my local artists and friends and bands and stuff would do paid events where you could pay $5 and they're going to do a concert and, you know, maybe do giveaways, and it's cool. It's free entertainment, and you watch it on the TV, like it's fun. And it's a good way for them to get money when it's hard out there, you know?
Right.
Guess who decided that that's not a good idea anymore, and he's getting rid of them?
Yeah, Mr. Z.
Mr. Z, as of June 2nd, I believe, all paid events will be gone.
Yeah. And
I found out too, I did a little test. Not that I knew, not that I had any doubt in my mind, but I really wanted to see just how much censorship and controlling the Facebook and Meta were doing. So I did a post about this idiot and what he's been doing, and it got 32 views only. I did a post about, I've been rewatching all the Star Wars movies. I did a post of my rewatch of Star Wars Episode 2. Within a day, it was over 1,000. Then I decided to share an article about a shooting that took place. It got 1 view. 1. But I did a post about Stan Lee and it got 2,000.
Yeah.
They are literally going in and controlling what you see on there and what he wants you to see. He doesn't want anything to be said negative about him. Look, there's no articles. You can sit there and search anything about the Meta lawsuit, and all you're going to find is their article that they created to tell you about it, and they fluff it off. But if you go online, on Google, on TikTok, and read about it, it is deeper than what you think it is. I can't be part of a platform that is, I already live in a government that's trying to censor us. I can't be part of a platform that's going to censor us the way they're, it's unbelievable. You're not even going to report about a mass shooting?
Yeah. And it wasn't built on that. It was built on, this is going to be the people's platform, and we're not going to censor what you have to say. You know, keep it clean.
Yeah, of course.
And all, and don't be vicious and all, but whatever you have to say, we'll print it. And it doesn't work that way, folks.
I think that if TikTok does not get banned, and fingers crossed it won't, knock on wood, I think we will see the downfall of Meta within the next 5 years. Whether that is him selling it and it changes, or something happening, I don't see Meta lasting more than 5 years.
Yeah. Well, where did Meta come from in the first place? It was because everybody was after Zuckerberg and Facebook, and also he kind of recreated himself with a new image called Meta. You know, Absolutely. It's like any corporation that once they get close to getting into financial trouble, what they do is they just rename themselves, or they come up with an LLC and just
restart. Well, let's not forget, this isn't even his idea. He stole this idea from his college buddies.
Right.
And if it wasn't for MySpace going down, Facebook would have been nothing. By the way, if Tom is out there from MySpace, you can go ahead and bring it back now. We all want MySpace back. Okay? Because at least you taught us how to code. This guy's taught us nothing, but I've got more money from class action lawsuits because of this tool than I've ever got. And he's literally taking money out of my family's income. I don't do that very well.
Yeah. And yet you and millions of others were the same people that put him where he is today.
And people that are more talented than me, that have more following than me, have done that, and they are getting hurt even more. I mean, I know content creators that do this for a living, full time. That's what they do. And now they got that big giant chunk of income taken away, and there's potential lawsuits and potential, because really what he wants to, I guess I truly don't know what Zuckerberg wants. What does he want? He's so focused on the virtual reality side of it. I mean, just look at him. I'm pretty sure that he's an alien. I don't know. I think that he probably liquefies human beings and drinks them in smoothies, but that's my opinion of him. But I don't know what he wants. He doesn't want the social platform anymore. That's obvious. He doesn't care about the content creating. He hasn't been out in public since 4 moons ago. I don't know what his end game is.
Well, because he can send his goons out to do that stuff.
Yeah, there they are, all of them. I think he's figured out cloning.
Yeah.
When Elon Musk said, "Be careful of AI," I think this is what he's talking about here. Yeah. The apocalypse is not going to be zombies. It's going to be a bunch of Zuckerbergs walking around the street. This dude needs some sun, bro.
Yeah.
Can't in with him anymore.
Everywhere you go, you're going to open a door and you're going to see him.
But now I'm getting emails and notifications. I don't want to say daily because that's not true. I'll say weekly about, I'm breaking this code of conduct. And look, if you guys watch my stuff, I'm not out there like cursing a lot. I'm not saying like hate speech. I'm just reporting things that are happening. Right. And as soon as I report it, I said, one of them said, "This violates our community standards. If you post this, you could be, disciplined by this way. Do you want to post anyway?" And of course I'm like, yeah, post it. Let's go.
There's obviously somebody assigned to your case.
I feel like it. I've got
there's somebody that's watching, and okay, it's up to you. Keep an eye. Anything that Brandon posts and everything, let about 5 or 6 views get through, and the rest of them just chop off.
Because I changed the wording a lot, so I don't use some of the key words. Like instead of saying like kill, I use unalive, and like we do on TikTok, because that kill word, even right now, that is a big trigger word. And I understand that. There's certain things you got to do. But when I'm posting an article from a credible source, allegedly, about a mass shooting, I'm not saying anything. I'm just sharing content. That should not be censored. When I'm reporting that Zuckerberg is about to take our money away from an article that literally Meta sent out, that's not being hateful. That's just telling people what's going on. But the fact that they minimalize that, come on.
It's not fake news because you can support it.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
So there you go. Pretty soon, guys, you guys will have to follow us on other platforms, on our website, on YouTube, on Spotify, because I promise you I'm gonna get us kicked off of Facebook.
and you know, look at it this way. One of these days we'll be the only game in town.
Right. You know, that's what he says.
People are going to have to watch us because they're not going to have anybody else to go to.
That's true. Have you ever seen that movie Village of the Damned?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, for all my horror fans out there, there's two of them, by the way. There's an old school one, black and white. I don't think it's black and white. That's a lie. It's old, though. It stars Christopher Reeves, actually. Right. Really good. And then there's a new one, and it's about this town where these kids, it's almost like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, but these kids get these blue eyes and they get like zoned out. They look a lot like this.
Get indoctrinated. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. We're going to find out that this is not a human being. That Zuckerberg is part of the Village of the Damned or some weird meta virtual reality cult. That's all I'm saying.
and don't answer your door.
Don't answer your door. Doesn't he look like he would knock at your door and be like, have I told you? Let me talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Right. Yes.
I don't know. But that's what's going on, guys. That's the meta update right now.
There we go. So take it for what it's worth, which is probably not that much.
Not much.
Anyway, come back and catch us again next week for another edition of Trash Talk. Bye.